Hi guys, in this tutorial we'll discuss about Programmatic Native, which is a new offering from Google, and this is another revenue stream offered by Google that allows us to tighten the competition to further increase performance. So native looks like ad units from the usual thing that you see from Tryon, Share Through, Taboola, but this time offered by Google. Let's start. First is to set up the native style. So there's only very simple, I would say 4 steps. Step 1, set up the native style. Step 2, we will enable ad exchange demand. And we do that within the line items. And step 3, we have to add fluid in our GPT tags. And step 4, I'll show you how to generate the report for native ads or for Programmatic Native from Google. So let's start. Step 1, set up the native style. So on DFP, we go to Delivery, look for Creatives on the left-hand panel, and then click on Native Styles. Click on New Native Style, choose Native Content Ad, which is ad exchange eligible, and click Continue. Give your style a name. I would say, let's say for example, this is for Wuxia Native _1. The reason for _1 is because we can set up an A/B test. We can set up 2 different or 2, 3, 4 native styles or format, so we can check which one's performing best for us. So let's do native 1 for now. For the targeting, just choose run of network for now. Then for the size, you have to do fluid. Then you're gonna have the default template right here at the bottom. All right, so this is already a result of some changes that I implemented earlier. But if this is the first time, you're gonna click on Change Template. Choose the template you'd like to run. So let's say for this style right here, we're gonna do this style. Okay. And this is where you can customize the style or the CSS, and look how it changes. Okay, so let's say I want the background to blend with whatever I have on the site. So I go here and let's say, for example, I'd like to do a white background. Same thing, because most of the blocks here are white. So I'm gonna keep it just the same, white. But what if I want to change the background here? Let me just show you that very quickly. Okay, so I have a color picker right here, and I'm gonna get the RGB values for, let's say I want to make it brown. Okay, so I have the RGB there, and I'm going to open this color converter tool. So I input the RGB value, then convert it to hex, copy that. Then I go back to DFP, and starting from the very top, it says their body background color. So if I change this and paste the hex code there, okay, now it's brown. So there is an error because the minimum contrast ratio is 1.81. They're saying that the contrast between the font and the background color is not sufficient, plus the call to action contrast. So, but I'm just showing you guys how to change the color in there, and that's how you do it. So I'll go back and change it back to white for now. So that's for the background body. So it's back to white now. All right, you can also change the width here if you want to view, okay, if the screen is 728 pixels wide, then, or the ad is 728 pixels wide, this is how it will look like. All right, so you can also do, okay, let's keep it that way. Then we're going to have, we'll try to customize the font, okay? So let's say, for example, the title, I'd like to change it. Let's try to minimize this so you can see. So I'd like to make the font size for the title bigger. Let's say I want to make it 15. There you go. You just saw that moving right here. Then for the body, I can make it just 12 maybe. So I can make the title stand out. You can try that. And for the logo, you can also try to customize the padding. So, you know, all these margins right here and also the width. Let's try to make it smaller. So you just saw that moving. Okay, there you go. Then call to action is this one. All right. So let's say I want to make the text size for call to action bigger. I want to make it, let's say 18. There you go. And voila. So we have the first ad style right now. Let's see, since the style here is fluid, it's gonna adjust based on whatever ad container size it's being served on. So there you go. And now we're going to save. Oops. Sorry, there was one step I forgot to do right there. You had to click on validate. So after I saved it, it automatically did that, but don't forget, click on validate and then save to make sure there is no error. And then there you go. So that's another thing. We're done with step one. We have done the native, set up a native style. We can do another style, second style right there to do an A/B test. I'll create a separate video for that. Now, next thing is to enable native backfill. That means you go to delivery and you go to orders and look for your ADX orders. So let's say, for example, I'd like to enable native to compete with other standard ad units or ad sizes. Let's say I'd like to do it for desktop. And I'd like to do it on, let's say, ATF1. So here, under the inventory sizes, I will need to add native. There, and save. All right. Now it's going to ask us to upload creatives for this size. What we need to do, okay, so it's ATF1. Go back to creatives, native styles, this one right here, and choose targeting, add unit that was ATF1. Show all. Oops, there you go. And then for the device, we can say, okay, for the device category, we'll try desktop tablet for now. And you say done, then save. Let's try to go back to Ad Exchange. So creatives, and I'll say automatically generate creative. Now what we need to do is to add fluid in the GPT tag. So that means we will have to generate the tag, and for ATF1 we would need to edit this and add fluid. There you go, and then save. Okay, we'll generate the tag for this, GPT, that, and we're just basically adding fluid right there. So if we already have an existing tag on the site, we just request the publisher to keep everything as is, but insert this size right here, which is fluid. All right, so that way Native is now able to serve to compete with other sizes as well, 970 by 250 and 300 by 250 on this ag unit. Now the last step is reporting, and you can run it using the FP query tool. So you just filter the report by creative size, and you're gonna see a native value for native ad impressions. So how do we do that? We go to reports, all queries, and create a new query and set the date range right here. And for the dimensions, you can start, or you can have creative size, okay, and choose the applicable metrics that you'd like to see here. Now, you can also do native style and native ad format name. So this way, you're able to break down your reports by native styles and formats. And that's how you run the report and check performance of Programmatic Native. Oh, there's another thing I forgot to show you guys. You can also tailor the font style of your native style with a website. So let's say, for example, you don't like this one and you want it to adapt to whatever font the website is using. So what you can do is right-click, inspect, and use this pointer right here and select the text or like that. There you go. And under styles here, you're gonna see font family. So we can copy this, go back to your styling sheet here or CSS, and here's the font family. For the body, you can go ahead and replace that. And there you go. And you see that change. All right, and then you can also do the same for the rest if needed, whatever you wanted to do there, and then you can save it. Oops. Again, don't make the same mistake here. I forgot again to click on validate to make sure there's no errors. And yeah, it's validated, no errors. Let me just go ahead and check 970 pixels. Ooh, it's huge. There you go. This is going to be served on desktop, so maybe we can try to make Kind Coffee Company bigger. Or I can do that on a second style that I will create, so I can compare performance for both, right? So we can do A/B testing. All right, so this is the first version of this video for Programmatic Native. I will follow up with another video to discuss about, or to discuss best practices once this is already tested, and I'll keep you guys posted. All right, for any questions, let me know. Thank you.